Hello everybody and welcome to episode 1 of the new save of the World Super League. We did have an episode beforehand last week. That was the intro. It's only about 6 minutes long. Go back and have a look and then come back to this one. Not that there's going to be much of a change anyway, but we have made a few transfers in the meantime. Additional transfers actually to ones that have already been made and totally out of my hands. We only had about £50 million to spend, and that is not a lot. Sancho I wanted to try and get hold of, but realistically it was never ever going to happen. Put an offer in for Thomas Partey. I've got the board to go in for this one because we've spent our money, and yes, they agreed to go in after him, and I think we're going to hopefully bring him to the team as well. There's another couple of Haaland, who again asking far too much money, and players that we were looking for that were just unrealistic really. So let's go with the transfers that we have managed to pick up with this £50 million. We couldn't get Sancho, so the next best thing was really going to be Leon Bailey. He can play on either side of the park, and he looks pretty darn good as well. He wasn't cheap, not on United standards. And when you think we paid 40 odd million for Bruno Fernandes, we picked this chap up for 50 million. I think that's going to go up a little bit to 55 with a few add-ons as well, but 50 million. I mean, he costs more than Fernandes. It's ridiculous really, but that's just the way it goes. Bring him from Bayern Leverkusen. He's going to be a perfect addition to our side. We're looking for a right winger, because apart from Dan James and Mata, who's getting a little bit slow now, but probably not for technicalities. But yeah, a right winger, very, very quick, and I think between him and Dan James, I think it'd be a welcome addition, and I think obviously he's going to be our first teamer, and on 80 grand a week as well. Damn cheap too. Pace and acceleration, that's just fantastic. Dribbling as well, crossing too. I mean, he is injured at the moment. For 22-year-old elite winger, I think it was quite a bargain. Granted, not the Sancho, but you know, I think we'll get Sancho eventually. I was hoping it to be sooner rather than later, but I think we couldn't really do much with the money that we really had, to be fair. And we had to sell a few in order to grab a few, and that proved to be a little bit of an issue as well. And the second transfer that we had was Alessio Romagnoli, centre back again. He looks to be pretty quick. If you do a comparison between himself and well, if we have a look at Lindelof for starters, although he's playing well, Lindelof is slightly quicker, but eerily, mentally and defending wise, it is Alessio that tops the bill. And we wanted another backup really at the back, but he's going to stay back a little bit as well. And I think he'll fit the bill quite well. Mentally and physically, he looks really good. Technique, tackling, he's got very good tackling and marking as well, so, and very good teamwork. So yeah, he can play ball winning, central midfielder, and I think he'd just be a perfect addition. We tried to get Ruben Diaz. The club blocked the transfer, believe it or not, so I was pretty damn annoyed. I think it was only a case of a couple of million and they blocked it. But he comes from Milan, 45 million. I'm sure that's going to rise. It doesn't actually, 45 million. You're probably thinking, where's all this money coming from? I mean, we only had 50 million to start off with. Well, we did have to try and make some of these transfers happen. We did get the board involved. That was the only way we're going to bring these couple of players in. And I mean, we spent that much money. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, 100 million on two players. Two class players, actually, I feel. But he's been in Italy. He's not had that bad seasons. I'm not sure what his ratings were like before, because it doesn't really show. I'm not sure why, but I think he'll do a world of good at the back as well. Between him, Maguire, Lindelof, possibly Bailey, who knows? I'm not sure. Bailey's just accident prone at the moment, so he's permanently injured. So we needed somebody else as backup apart from Lindelof, but I think he's going to go in ahead of Lindelof. The only transfer we managed to get rid of really was Lingard. He's gone. He's gone to Milan. He's on 73 grand a week. I mean, I don't know how that's happened, but yeah, 17 million, no add-ons, nothing. We just, first offer that came in, we took it straight away. As one player we wanted to get rid of, bring some money in, and although it didn't bring an awful lot in, hence why we had to get the board involved. These are all the transfers that happened beforehand. before the start of the season. I mean, Lukaku's there, Darmin's gone, Young, Dion McGee. I'm not sure where he's gone to though. Yeah, he's gone there, 185,000 up to 230. It's not an awful lot. I mean, there's a lot of free transfers we let go, all the youngsters. I mean, this guy here, Tilleroy, he's gone. We bought him in, and he's gone straight on loan to Kings Lynn, and a couple of other players that we've brought in, and they've gone straight out on loan. Sanchez and Smalling, we are trying to get rid of, but they are loaned out, so I'm not sure how that is going to happen. But again, some more opportunities really if we can offload these two. It's a lot of money off the wage budget as well. I was even contemplating bringing Chris Smalling back to have in defence if we can get another central defender, but we'll see what happens. So in total for the season, pre-season, then it's 293 million and £76 million in. It's not a lot at all. We did go through last episode, but to be perfectly honest, I can't remember. But we are due to finish we are predicted to finish 14th. That's surprising. Barcelona to win, Man City, Real Madrid, Liverpool are in there. Juventus, Munich, PSG not predicted to win it. That's quite surprising. You got Chelsea. I mean, Porto, Benfica, Milan, Sevilla, Arsenal and Valencia all to finish below us. We'll have a look at the friendlies that we've had already. Quite convincing, some of them, and not convincing others. But we have been getting people scoring goals. And with the 3-0 winner against the B team, it was probably predicted. Dan James, Rashford and Fernandes scoring. Lask, Williams scoring. Then we got Rashford with a couple of goals. Rashford's scoring quite a few goals. A 6-2 win over Mainz sees Rashford scoring 4 goals, with Chon scoring 1 and Dan James scoring again. In the Bayern Munich friendly, Rashford again. He can't stop scoring, bless him. Duisburg with the 2-1 win away. Pogba scoring a brace. And then the Shaw cross testimonial with Stoke. Mason Greenwood to Fred, and then Dan James scoring as well. So you can see the game. The players have been rotating around quite a little bit as well. I'll start off our campaign against Tottenham, which will be a very, very good place to start. And we're only going to play the first game just to get a feel of the whole team and what have you. As I've babbled on quite a fair bit, though, to be fair. But there is quite a lot of games that we probably want to see happening as well. I mean, it's going to be a long season. I'm not sure how long this project's going to go for. Probably a couple of seasons, 2-3 seasons maybe. Just see if we can get any good, decent players and see how well we can do. The aim is obviously to be top of the best. So we'll see how we get on within about 2 or 3 seasons. I don't think it'll go on for any longer than that, but we'll see. Let's have a look at the side then and look at the tactics we are going to be playing. So it's not going to be the defensive approach that Solskjaer likes to play at the moment, although I think he's actually pushed them up now, hasn't he? But that's the formation we are going to be using. Like I said, there's a lot of injuries out there. Starting from the bottom, Ogalo is going to be back in August. That's going to be a pain, a hamstring, so he's a regular starter. Well, between him and Martial. So our 2 forwards out straight away, look, not back to August and September, so both hamstrings, so that's quite worrying as well. Bailey, he's not going to be back till December, so again, hence why I was thinking of offloading him, because there's no point having him if he's going to be permanently injured. Luke Shaw, October, so he could return hopefully sooner, but we'll see, out to 4 months. Another August for Pereira, again, probably send him out on loan if we can't get rid. But I'd like to hang him, leave him around a bit. I think he's a good player, but I think he needs to be in when we're probably about 5-0 up in a game, and we'll bring him on for the last 10-15 minutes, something daft like that. But other than that, we'll probably send him out on loan or offload him eventually. McTominay out till August. Same with Leon Bailey as well. We bring him in. He's played a game. I don't think he's actually started with us, has he? I think that's probably why we relatively got him quite cheap, but a groin strain. He'll be out for another, expect to be out 4 to 8 days, so he should be back very shortly. In fact, 4 days time by looks of things as well. And Chong as well, he's going to be back. So again, another player that we probably move out on loan. So yeah, that's the current situation we have got. So we go back to the squad, and this is how we're going to line up for this first game against Tottenham though. Fred and Pogba in the centre lot. and a Fernandez. I mean, that's just really good. I'm really looking forward to this. So De Gea is going to start off and go. We've got Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, you know what, I can't really say the name, so we're going to say Alessio. Be easy all round, especially myself when I'm going to be shouting these players out. So yeah, he's going to play alongside Maguire. Then we've got Williams on the left back, Fred, Pogba, like I said. Then we've got Greenwood on the right hand side, Fernandez, then Dan James on the left hand side, and then Rashford up front. We've started off well in the friendlies. Let's see if we can actually pick up a couple of points and start off this campaign. Tottenham being one of the weaker teams in this Super League. We'll see how we get on, shall we? A couple of games have already been played. Juventus beat Real Madrid 2-0. Barcelona win. Atletico winners. Liverpool beat Chelsea. And as you're watching this, congratulations to Liverpool. It sticks in my throat that they won the league, but it was always on the cards. They've deserved it. They've been the far better side all season. So unfortunately, they couldn't win it on their own terms. They had to wait to Man City slip up. So well done, Man City. Probably the only time I wanted City to win. But never mind. PSG beat Man City, speaking of them. And we've got Bayern and Borussia Dortmund playing in the other game. And then ourselves. I mean, all of us are playing on the same day. All at different times. Tottenham, they've got Kane, big win. Sissoko, Mora, Dia. I don't think there's any changes really to this Ismaili. I'm not sure what he's like. But we'll go straight into the changing rooms. Let's do this for the fans. It's the first game we've got in this Super League. Let's see how well we do, and like I say, the episode's gone on a little bit, so I do apologise for babbling on quite a lot. We'll just play this one game for now, and then we'll go back to the normal format of 2 games an episode as we kick off. I'm not sure what sort of highlight this is, so let's just change it. It's director. I normally like to play sideline, which I think you can get a good view. We'll go key highlights only, and there we go. We can see virtually the Old Trafford pitch, which is really nice. 10 seconds in, and we're moving forward. Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side. He only needs to land one in, but Fred finds Fernandez, holds it up beautifully. Fred into Pogba, who has a shot straight away. As I was hoping that would have amount to something, but it clearly didn't. Lloris with the goal kick. We have been very sharp in the friendlies. We have been very, very sharp, but it all depends what matters in the league, doesn't it, at the end of the day? Lloris, with he pumps it up, but we do intercept it, though. Greenwood doing well there. Again, if we have Leon Bailey or Martial back, or even Dan James on that side, it'll free up Greenwood as well. But if you can play that there as well, which you can do, then that's all well and good for us. Fred coming forward, then plays it out to Fernandez, who holds it up, plays the ball wonderfully through the gap to Bissaka. Bissaka with a cross, he does. Fred to Pogba, who shoots, and it's in the back of the net. I mean, that was always asking to be have a go at, isn't it? And that's a wonderful goal to start off with our World Super League, and that's a fantastic. Well, we're off. Our account's been opened. Pogba with a slam dunk virtually in off the bar. Wow, what a goal, what a finish. How far is that? And that's something we're hoping to see Pogba do more often in with the 7 games that we've got left this season. That we are quite good as well at the same time. As we have another free kick. Fernandez with it this time. We should be Maguire or Greenwood there. It's offside though, by looks things. Can get another goal before half time. That would be absolutely brilliant. Greenwood down this right hand side. He's proven to be very, very good. Good cross, and that's 2. Rashford this time, and like I say, he cannot stop scoring at the moment. I don't know what I'm going to do when Martial comes back. Do I put Rashford on the left, Martial up front, or vice versa? What do you think? I mean, this is after Martial scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United. I mean, how awesome was that? His first hat-trick as well. I mean, 19 goals already this season, I think he's scored. 2-0 up. I think we are we're dominating, as you probably would expect as well. Nothing to say at this stage. Happy with your solid work. Happy with your efforts in midfield. Very happy in the final third as well. As we start this second half, if we go another one, I'd like to bring a couple of one of the younger players in as well, just to give them a little bit of experience as well. Greenwood heading that one over the bar. Do you agree with some of the transfers that, well, the couple of transfers I could manage to do? And do you agree with Partey coming as well? I know there's been talk with United being linked with Partey. I know there's a couple of other players we've tried to get hold of, but it was just unfeasible, and money-wise is a big constraint, especially when we've got players in the club that we can't get rid of. Although I'm surprised we managed to offload Lingard straight away, and that's a good shot from Fred from outside the box as well. Half an hour to go. I think we were pretty dominant in this one. If we can get another one, Dan James, not seeing an awful lot of him this game. We may see if we can do a switcheroo somewhere, maybe bring Chong on. James come running forward and has a shot. Wow, that was surprising. I didn't expect that though, to be fair. Mata, we'll bring Mata in for Greenwood. He can play inside forward, inverted winger on support, and Dan James can come on from Gomez. We'll bring Gomez, let him have a go. And I do want to probably bring in Garner as well if I can. 10 minutes to go. I'm going to make that change now. But where does Garner play? Just out of interest. He can play anywhere. It's very good DLP. So do we move Pogba along? Actually, no, we don't, do we? We'll bring Garner in there. See if he can play alongside Pogba as well. Can we see this game out? 21 shots we've had. I mean, that is absolutely fantastic. At home as well, in our first game. And if we can get Mata controlling there, all I have to do, and we lose the ball. Pogba, for the first time, makes a mistake as Kane's running forward. Nobody's latching onto him at all, as it looks like a full capacity as well, which is even better. Corner ball for Tottenham, who decide they want to play now. De Gea comes and collects. And that's the type of goalkeeper we have been missing recently, with the odd mistake or two. But 4 minutes of added time. Time's running out. It's United 2, Tottenham 0. We start off the World Super League with a victory and 63% possession. That is phenomenal stuff. And Spurs, they are going to find it very, very difficult. And nothing specific to say around about now. I'm very happy with the way you guys played. We've bedded in a couple of players as well. Not that they had much to do. And Bayern beat Dortmund 3-0. So home advantage all the way, as we are lifted into 4th spot. Bayern and Liverpool obviously top. Barcelona, that's where we want to be. Real Madrid down there. Yes, I know it's only the first game, but who cares? Pogba on form. Fantastic goal. We can't take nothing from that goal at all. There's confirmation. Matic has gone to PSV for $9.5 million. It's not an awful lot. I do really want to let him go. If we let him go, that could mean we bring if we get Partey, we're going to let him go. He was probably one of the few players we wanted to let go. He's coming towards the end of his career as well. Season ticket sales, we have sold 55,000. There's a couple of more games being played now. Arsenal will play Milan, Inter, Napoli. I mean, this is a great league. The Premier League, the World Super League. I think it's great. Comments down below. Who do you think is going to win the league? Arsenal beat Milan 3-0. Wow. And Inter beat Napoli 5-0. Wow. Lukaku getting a couple of goals. Martinez as well. Again, a player that we tried to get hold of. We're lying in 6th, so that's a very, very good start for us so far. So we're going to play another couple of games. Porto, Atletico, Sevilla probably. We'll come back to PSG game, I think. If you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more on YouTube channel, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments below who you think is going to win the league. It'd be quite interesting. There's a lot of good teams out there, but we probably won't get a good idea till we're about halfway if we don't mess things up. And as at the moment, we are going great guns. Until next time, guys, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.